My name is Miller DeMark, and this is my final project for CSCI 255. I did sound generation. So real quick, I'm going to go into the wiring of my microprocessor, my microcontroller. You can see I have it wired up to pin 1.2 and 2.2 here, as well as a ground wire, which these connect to this cable here, which hooks up to a 3.5 millimeter jack, which connects to the speakers. I also have a wire hooked up from P 2.1 to 2.2. For some reason, my speakers weren't quite as loud, but whenever that connection is jumped, it just brings the speakers up and makes them work as they should. So from there, I have my microcontroller plugged into my computer for power, and then this USB here plugs into the speakers for power as well. So now onto the code. What this code is meant to do is go through different solfeggio frequencies. These are supposed to help with sleep aid and calming, and as a college student, I know that I definitely need that sometimes. So I decided to go through that with my final project for sound generation. So the different frequencies it runs through are 396 Hertz, 417, 432, 528, 639, 741, 842. This kind of runs how I had my second lab set up, as it runs through a push button, which is going to be through pin 1.3 right here. And from there, what it does is it waits for you to press the button. Once you do press the button, it cycles through. It adds 1 point to courier right here, and for every value your courier can be, it changes to the different frequencies and outputs it to the microcontroller. So at the top here, you can see I have two initialized functions, one for the speakers, one for the push button. And if we come down here and look at those, how these work is this sets pins 1.2 and 2.2, and then sets them to the timer options, and it sets the PWM period it sets a placeholder, and then it has a spot there to reset the period, and it sets a duty cycle to 0 so it doesn't make any sound when it starts up. And if we go down a little bit further here, we have the push button. It's just setting pin 1.3 to active high and setting pin 1.3 to input. So the way this works is it uses PWM, which is pulse width modulation, and it sets a certain time period, and I'm running at a 50% duty cycle to run these frequencies. So let's just give it a try now. It's already debugged. So you just press the button. Should be running. Oh, I did not press start. Okay, so press the button. And there's our frequency, 396, 417. That one is going to be 432, 538, or 528, 639, 741, and 852. So you can pick between the different frequencies, whatever helps you feel better or kind of helps you calm out when you're trying to go to bed, if you're trying to relax. And if you just plug it on to the same, if you plug into the same area for power, it's pretty lightweight and small, and you can even have the volume set here. So if you don't want to bug your roommates or your neighbors or anything with your sounds being too loud, you can do that. And yep, that's my final project.